So, without further ado, I suppose I will get this shindiggery started. Alright. So here in the dream world, I'm going to be trying... I only tried that one once, because trying it more than once tends to have the goblins show up behind me and try to kill me. And, it just ain't fun. There we go. So that was about minute 20, close, minute 19. That's not too bad. If I had gotten that first skip, it probably would have been not like ridiculously faster, like it wouldn't take 10 seconds, but it would have been substantial enough to be nice, you know. So there are like two main patterns of movement for Bilbo. One is his long jump with the cane, and then there's slash boosting, which is when you slash and then go right into a jump. Alright, we're gonna have our skip at this level right here. That went well.
Hello?
So you can see how I'm slash boosting right now, just using a slash to go into a jump. Oh, should have made that split.
He regretted.
Yeah, so since this is my first run, I'm still trying to get a good idea for where I should make my splits. But, yeah. It's going pretty well. Could have gotten Dream World a little faster for sure. I keep forgetting that there's not actually a cutscene right at the beginning of this level. Alright, so here...
Wolf!
That's good.
Certainly doesn't look as friendly as our Shire hounds.
Pass this guy.
What wild creature!
So now we're gonna have a slope boost. All of the slope boosts in this game are pretty tricky. Fortunately, at least in this area, there's extra stuff you can do if you miss it a few times. There we go. Oh, and I fell down. That's okay. Hang around, jump back up, let's try it again. Maybe I should angle it like that all the time. If those are the results I get. So that's the trigger for the end of the level. Now this next level is actually pretty funny because the trigger for the end of the level is actually right behind where the level starts.
Patrol.
Now obviously I was not the one who routed this game to figure that out, but the people who figured out all these things have surmised that the reason that the trigger for the end of the level is right at the beginning, they think it's left over from beta, which I think is a very plausible possibility. There we go, that's good. Just hop up here. Swing right back around Gandalf. Do a little. Here we go. Alright. And that's the end. So yeah, the first few levels are a lot of out of bounds. Just sort of setting up the basic, you know, like rules for the run. Like, this is how slope boosting works, this is how slash boosting works, your basic long jumps and stuff. And this is where things actually get to start to get really fun, because this is where things start to get dangerous.
Well, there's no going back. Oh, how will I ever get back to the dwarves? I suppose if I follow the edge of this mountain, I'll find my way to their trail.
Climb around the edge. Oh, and there we go. So yeah, this is definitely where the game starts to get more dangerous. That was a pretty silly mistake, but fortunately it happened right at the beginning of the level. At least relatively close to the beginning of the level.
Firewood for both. Well, there's no going back.
Oops.
Oh, how will I ever get back to the dwarves? I suppose if I follow the edge of this mountain, I'll find my way to their trail.
Now you'll notice I'm not doing slash boosts into the vines when I'm climbing up them, and that's because for some reason, if you do a slash boost into a vine, I think it's something to do with the B button, but I guess it thinks you're holding the B button or something, and so it just drops you off of the vine. It's pretty stinky. Ooh. That was fun. The reason I go around here is to avoid a little dialogue box, which wastes a lot of time if that dialogue box were to have shown up. Make my way into this cave over here. Go over the bridge. Jump down here. Get the moolah. The cave. Stuff's about to get real funky. took me forever when I was first learning it. Like, even that part at the very beginning, just learning how to do the long jumps to areas, how to climb the vines, jump across the vines. And then I got here where you can die from fall damage all the time. It's just, it's all funky. That's a scary jump. I get it, like, almost all of the time, but it's just scary because it doesn't look like you're gonna make it, like, ever.
Oh, I don't like the look of this.
Cutscene. And this part can be a little scary. Alright, we're fine. So I'm saving here. First save in the game, but most certainly not the last. Each level, you have a checkpoint at the very beginning, so if you die, you will always go back to the beginning of the level, unless you get a save, which I just did. And that's why I make my save there, so that I can have that checkpoint right there, because that jump is really tricky. There we go. Second try isn't bad. I was getting it first try pretty consistently in my practice earlier. Shoot. I don't like to grab that rope. I gotta figure out some way to not grab that rope. So we're pretty close to the end of the level now. This is the only other place that ever gives me worry, and that's why. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often. When it does happen, of course, it is devastating. That's when the tears start coming down. Yeah, that was actually weird. There's this glitch that sometimes works on long jumps, where it'll just kind of stop your forward momentum, just like completely halt it. And normally it only happens when you're going uphill. That was bad, yeah, that ankle. Normally it only stops your forward momentum when you're going up a hill, but sometimes it will just do it because it feels like being a jerk. And that's why I tilt the camera. Ooh, snap! But that's why I tilt the camera upwards, because it is maybe just like superstition or whatever, but it seems to happen less often. So we'll see. There we go. Get away from these little buggers. Here comes Peter Collins, jumping down the big cave. And we're moving, and we're moving. Alright, scariness is over. I don't want to say there's no way to die anymore, because I'm not actually... I'm probably going to find some weird way that I can die, but... as far as I know, there's no way to die. Now once again, this is just slope boosting. There's a way that you can do the long jump to slope boost. Aha! That's what I wanted. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to slope boost up so that you... oh, that's... yeah. Almost forgot to hit my split.
They slept.
So yeah, you can slope boost up with a long jump. But I don't actually know how you do it, so what I do is I try it with the sword, and while my stamina is recharging, then I just sort of aimlessly do long jumps. But what you're trying to do is slope boost up and talk to Thorin at the same time.
Thank the elves for this glowing blade.
Because when you talk to Thorin, it resets your position on top of that little mountain. And the reason you do that in the first place is... ooh, that was weird. The reason you do that in the first place is so you don't have to do this extended fight, which is just annoying. All sorts of jankiness.
These webs look thick. I hope my sword can cut them.
Oh, come on. There we go. Pick up this antidote because that's going to come in handy in a few levels. Switch to the stick because coming up we're gonna long jump to this rock, long jump down, long jump to the save point, and here is the one arbitrary save point of this level. Because this trick... okay, the camera's stuck. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to be going out of bounds. This is actually one of my favorite out of bounds just to look at, because you get to actually walk out of bounds and see all the beauteous blue scenery. Alright, so I wasn't quite far enough out, so I have to reset that up. Slide down, pan the camera around. Up. Take a look, it's in a book, reading rainbow. Jump. Alright. Now as you can see, we're just gonna walk right off. We're down here. And yeah, we're safe. Took those platforms a little slow because I've fallen off of them more times than I care to admit. But we're just gonna jump up here. Oh damn, I didn't even think about something.
The mine cart. Looks like this is the way out of here.
I didn't actually reset the game, so... ooh. Alright, well that puts a damper on things because... I mean, this is going to take me exactly where I need to be, so that's great in that respect. But, I guess I should explain. That minecart area, for some reason,
What
it's
nasty,
programmed.
slimy things live here.
So, if you don't reset the game, then everything, like all of the switches you have to hit, stay in their exact positions. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit the first switch, go left, hit the second switch to go, I want to say right, and then you're going around and you have to hit the third switch and go left. Um, and then if you start a new game, you have to reset, actually.
Hello?
Wait, I'm missing a lot of splits. What's going on? I just looked at my thing, and it goes straight from flies and spiders
This is
to
Dory's helmet. I do hope he's all right.
clouds burst. And that is not how the game works
That water looks
exactly.
foul.
Um,
Evil spirits. Minions of the necromancer.
Here we go. Don't hit me. Alright, I'm gonna jump up here. I'm gonna check what's going on. I'm gonna definitely lose some time for this, but... Huh, I can't edit it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a split at the end of this level, and I'm not gonna make any more splits until the end of the game, is pretty much how this is gonna work. Alright, that was fun. Mushrooms. Alright, that was good. Alright, now I'm totally distracted. Oops. It's weird though, I know I entered in more splits. I don't know why it's not showing them. And I mean, by no means am I on world record pace or anything, because that's like 42 minutes, and I'm good if I can get to the end of Warm Welcome in about 50. But... Alright. So yeah, flies and spiders, for the most part, is pretty simple. You're just getting yourself out of bounds, and then hanging around the right edge. Alright, so now I need to trigger the next zone. This always scares the crap out of me, because I don't actually know the backup strat for that. I'm pretty sure there's just like a little fight down there, but it's pretty hard. Jump up here. Jump up here. Take the camera. I was worried that I was gonna drop off, but he held on. Bilbo's a trooper. Super trooper. Super trooper Bilbo Baggins. Once I get down here, I'll be making my obligatory safety save for this level. I'd open this chest, but it has a lock mechanism on it, and if you fail the lock, then you tend to die, and it's kind of lame. Dying is pretty lame, you know. Let's boost over here. There's like this whole quest involved in this level where you have to like help this elf lady or something, or maybe it's a guy, but they need like medicine, I think. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's lame. So I'm jumping down here, and I survived. So I'm making that oh, so I do have my splits. I'm actually gonna... I hope I don't regret that. So as long as you have potions and antidote for this level, it's not that scary. Otherwise, it is the most terrifying thing. I can't tell you how many practice runs I did where I just went straight from flies into spiders into this level, thinking that just because I'm so used to just skipping right through the vendor screen.
Help.
Was that the wind?
Oh, come on. Here we go.